and more. Written for fleet executives and managers, Fleet Owner gives you the business intelligence on operations, vehicle maintenance, regulations, and information technology you need to stay ahead. But that's not all. With its monthly print publication, daily and weekly email newsletters, and a website updated several times a day, Fleet Owner has all the latest news and information delivered to you when you want it and where you want it. From industry experts to award-winning writers and columnists, Fleet Owner is the #1 source for trucking information in North America. Remember to visit fleetowner.com every day for the latest industry news. You can also sign up to receive Newsline, their free email newsletter, and subscribe to Fleet Owner magazine. Visit fleetowner.com. Fleet Owner, for news you can use.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund invites all over-the-road Class A CDL holders to join our smoking cessation program, Rigs Without Cigs. Participants receive tools to assist in quitting, along with support and accountability from the program manager and others in the program. Incentive packages are offered by the Road Pro family of brands for all who stop using tobacco through the Rigs Without Cigs program. Go to truckersfund.org under the Health and Wellness tab and sign up for Rigs Without Cigs.
1440 WLWIAM, the home of Sean Hannity, also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin in southern Maine, where businesses, schools, and offices are still closed as the search expands across the Northeast and into Canada for the suspect in Wednesday's mass shootings that killed 18 people. Auburn City Councilor Leroy Walker's son was among the victims at Shemengi's bar in Lewiston.
Picked up a butcher knife and went after the gunman to try to stop him from killing other people. And that's when he shot my son to death.
Last night, police surrounded a home connected to the 40-year-old suspect, Army reservist Robert Card, but he wasn't there. Correspondent Bradley Blackburn is near the scene of the shootings in Lewiston.
High-ranking law enforcement sources tell CBS News that authorities are looking into the possibility the suspect may have been targeting a specific individual at these two sites, possibly his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, but it's not clear at this point whether she was in fact at the restaurant or at the bowling alley.
The Pentagon says U.S. fighter jets hit targets in eastern Syria overnight. Correspondent David Martin.
Pentagon officials say a pair of F-16 jet fighters hit ammo and weapons storage sites used by Iran to arm the militias, which have carried out 19 attacks against U.S. troops based in Iraq and Syria over the past week.
Israeli military officials say its troops got in more practice for a ground invasion of Gaza, with a second night of raids on Hamas targets. Minnesota Congressman Dean Phillips says he's worried about President Biden's chances of beating Donald Trump in next year's election. So Phillips tells CBS's Robert Costa exclusively he's challenging Mr. Biden for the Democratic nomination.
I will not sit still. I will not be quiet in the face of numbers that are so clearly saying that we're going to be facing an emergency next November.
The economy may be chugging along, but lots of Americans are still struggling to pay the bills. A new poll from the AP and the Nork Center for Public Research finds for about 2 in 3 people, household expenses have risen over the last year. Only about 1 in 4 say their salaries have too. Texas hosts Arizona in Game 1 of the World Series tonight in Arlington. KRLD's Austin York.
The Rangers have played the Diamondbacks 4 times this season. They were 1 in 3 in those games. Lisa Kearney with FanDuel, a sports betting site, says if you would have bet on the Rangers and D-backs to meet in the World Series, you'd be rolling in it today.
230 to 1 odds way back on opening day.
She says the Rangers are favored in the series, but fans just believe in the team.
This team is going all the way. World Series, Texas Rangers, calling it right here.
Former President Bush throws out the first pitch. This is CBS News.
Right on.
If you need to hire, you need Indeed, because Indeed's all-in-one hiring solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Check out the new competition to crown a Swamp King.
Well, it ain't the Olympics, but a group of Floridians plans to host the first ever Florida Man Games, and it could be just as crazy as it sounds. The games will poke fun at Florida's reputation for producing strange headlines involving guns, drugs, booze, and of course, gators. Think beer belly wrestling or an obstacle course while running from actual cops. There's even a mullet contest. Organizers plan to do it next February in St. Augustine. You could also just watch the Swamp Circus. Tickets will be about $45. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
When it comes to on-screen hanky-panky, a new study finds Gen Zers aren't into it. But for you. Researchers at UCLA reveal young people ages 13 to 24 want to see platonic relationships and feel sex isn't necessary for plot. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Jesse Kelly here. Do you feel protected? My personal protection plan is owning gold. The Oxford Gold Group helps you buy gold to have on hand or convert it into your 401k. If things get weird, I have gold on hand. I like that. You can buy coins or convert part of your 401k with the Oxford Gold Group. It's easy and safe. 833-995-GOLD. That's 833-995-GOLD. 833-995-GOLD.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies leave a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Well, that's what I'm so. Because I will tell you, multiple times in the 5 years I've worked here, I've had people approach me in the middle of the street. So, it's great now.
Well, we'll come back to that. Get our phone number on your thing there.
Okay. Well, what I might start doing, and then they can get mad at me for this if they want, but I might just start parking right by the one that gets the car keys order. That's the problem, is like when I park, I gotta walk all the way around the block. Yeah. What are you gonna do with it? Well, the bank, because like it's bank.
Yeah, but you don't not.
Some days I'm here till almost 10. Oh. A lot of days I'm here. Do it. I have. Well, then they ought to have like.
Gotta have more light. If they had a light down here in the front.
Yeah.
That'd be better than enough.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, thank you for trying.
Yeah. Everybody's beautiful.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Dirt Cheap. Dirt Cheap has acquired a major.
Dirt Cheap.
Nike and more. Starting at 30%, available Thursday, October 19th at 9 a.m. More at ilovedirtcheap.com.
The unseasonably warm temperatures and dry conditions will continue through the weekend. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, all in the mid-80s. A couple of upper 80s are very possible. Skies will be mostly sunny to partly cloudy during the afternoon hours. Overnight lows will be right around 60 degrees. If you take strong cold front comes through late Monday, that means much colder air for Halloween. Forecast, I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery's Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Friday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, and Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Keep listening. We will keep you posted. The Toyota Camry is the #1 selling car in America, and it's worth the drive to get the Toyota you've always wanted at McKinnon Toyota. You'll be grinning with McKinnon off I-65 in Clinton. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Friday. We start in Montgomery, where a teenage girl is facing murder charges. She's accused of shooting and killing a 16-year-old boy. That happened in an apartment complex on Carter Hill Road earlier this week. The unidentified shooter faces 1 count of capital murder and 1 count of attempted murder. No decision made in court on Thursday for 3 suspects in a mass shooting in Dadeville. Willie Brown Jr., Wilson Hill Jr., and a minor all appeared in court requesting youthful offender status. Again, a decision wasn't made. That mass shooting happened.
Youthful offender?
4 people died, more than 30 people injured. Police say a woman who faked her kidnapping in the Birmingham area earlier this year now has a trial date. Carly Russell's trial date is set for March 18th. She's facing charges of falsely reporting a disappearance and faking an abduction back in July. The state is recommending she spend a year in jail and pay more than $17,000 in restitution. That's your news on this Friday. I'm Jeff Davis for WSFA 12 News.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes or overweight or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-511-3535. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-511-3535, 800-511-3535, or biglou.com.
Your pet isn't just a pet, they're part of your family. Most of the pet food on the market is cooked at high temperatures, which kills nutrients. A scoop of Dynamite is a 3-in-1 daily supplement, adding back key nutrients to your pup's health. Try Dynamite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio. That's dynamite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynamite.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell. Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
For matters in Tennessee, visit CordellCordell.com. 200 West Martin Luther King Boulevard, Suite 1000, Chattanooga, Tennessee, 37402. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again, one more time, that you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins. It's time for our daily bread. Welcome to News Radio 1440. It is a great day to be alive. It is October the 27th, 2023. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Three Kings. The scripture insight today comes from 2 Chronicles 21, 4 through 7, and 16 through 20. 2 Chronicles 21 and 19 reads, his people made no funeral fire in his honor, as they had for his predecessors. Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning. Our daily bread. Something that'll change your perspective. I'll give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. And again, it is October the 27th. It is a day that has never been. And it is a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done that you don't. But more importantly, you don't get a chance to undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done this day. If you have lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do with them? Well, do whatever you can, while you can, for whom you can, while you can. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you shall always be successful, because you are only a failure if you quit. Rest if you can. Give out if you must. But you never, ever, ever quit, because quitters never win. And winners, well, they may fail at a thing or two, we all do, but they never give up. They put one foot in front of the other and keep moving. My mother said, nothing beats a failure but a try. Keep trying. Keep getting up each and every time you fall. Good morning to you. Three Kings, October the 27th, 2023. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. I'm Mike Whitmer, and I call today's reading Three Kings. In the hit musical Hamilton, England's King George III is humorously portrayed as a cartoonish, deranged villain. However, a new biography on King George said he was not the tyrant described in Hamilton or America's Declaration of Independence. If George had been the brutal despot that Americans said he was, he would have stopped their drive for independence with extreme, scorched earth measures. But he was restrained by his civilized, good-natured temperament. Who knows if King George died with regret? Would his reign have been more successful if he had been harsher with his subjects? Not necessarily. In 2 Chronicles, we read of King Jehoram, who solidified his throne by putting all his brothers to the sword along with some of the officials of Israel. Jehoram did evil in the eyes of the Lord. His ruthless reign alienated his people, who neither wept for his gruesome death nor made a funeral fire in his honor. Historians may debate whether George was too soft or Jehoram was surely too harsh. A better way is that of King Jesus, who is full of grace and truth. Christ's expectations are firm. He demands truth. Yet he embraces those who fail. He extends grace. Jesus calls us who believe in him to follow his lead. Then, through the leading of his Holy Spirit, he empowers us to do so. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from 2 Chronicles chapter 21, verses 4 through 7 and 16 through 20. When Jehoram established himself firmly over his father's kingdom, he put all his brothers to the sword, along with some of the officials of Israel. Jehoram was 32 years old when he became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 8 years. He followed the ways of the kings of Israel, as the house of Ahab had done, for he married a daughter of Ahab. He did evil in the eyes of the Lord. Nevertheless, because of the covenant the Lord had made with David, the Lord was not willing to destroy the house of David. He had promised to maintain a lamp for him and his descendants forever. Now picking up at verse 16. The Lord aroused against Jehoram the hostility of the Philistines and of the Arabs who lived near the Cushites. They attacked Judah, invaded it, and carried off all the goods found in the king's palace, together with his sons and wives. Not a son was left to him except Ahaziah, the youngest. After all this, the Lord afflicted Jehoram with an incurable disease of the bowels. In the course of time, at the end of the 2nd year, his bowels came out because of the disease, and he died in great pain. His people made no funeral fire in his honor, as they had for his predecessors. Jehoram was 32 years old when he became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 8 years. He passed away, to no one's regret, and was buried in the city of David, but not in the tombs of the kings. Let's pray. Lord Jesus, we praise you for your gracious reign in our lives. Use us to bring others to you. It's in your name that we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Time to rise and shine. It's Friday. Weekend Eve. Come on now. Let's get up. Let's get it moving. Let's roll. Okay, let's roll out of bed. Not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, knees in the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. All the way airborne. While in flight. On, driving on. All the way airborne, airborne, all the way driving on, driving on. Early one morning. The drizzling rain, well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump match that said 1 minute to go. Green light leave with a cheering blow. Come on now, let's rise and shine. Time to get up. Get out of bed. Let go of the sheets. Time to go to work. Right on. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. All right, PT time. Hey, it's Friday. We got to knock this out right quick. Somebody get the mayor and the captain and the sergeant major and the first sergeant. Get it. Hard work. Oh, hard work. Oh. earn my pay. I work every day. I get up about 2:45. There we go, and go on my pay. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. That's what they say. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. Let's go to work. That's what they say. Hard work. I earn my pay. Come on. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. Look at that. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. On the airplane in the early morning rain. That's what they say. Hard work, I earn my pay. Oh. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Sit them on down. Woo! Hard out there. Hard work, work. I earn my pay. Come on. We ain't done yet. Okay. This is almost 2-inch PT for on Friday. But I won't quit. I'm tough. And let's now pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. And Space Force. I don't know exactly what they do, but they're part of the family. But they got to show their worth first, so we don't really know. You know, I'm still reminded of the big balloon that went across America a couple months ago, and I mean, how you gonna call yourself Air Force, Space Force if you let all kinds of stuff go through space? I'm just saying. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine as we pay homage to our Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and our local heroes, Montgomery Police Department, Dale Albert and the boys, Chief Jordan and the Montgomery Fire Department, paramedics, ambulance drivers, and everybody that goes in harm's way when everybody else is going the other way. Good morning, Alabama National Guard. Somebody tell the General Sergeant Elkins said, good morning. Hey, if you're going to kiss up, you got to kiss up to the General and the Sergeant Major or the Chief Master Sergeant, whatever they call him out there in the Air Force, how E9 is. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's get it done. And a special shout out to the United States Air Force, Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. After all, they did put the air in airborne. So we're going to give them some props this morning. We must pay homage. This is an Air Force town. And last time I checked, my DD-214 says U.S. Army. So let me knock out 10 right quick for being disrespectful to the Air Force. Good morning to you. And if anybody can see a C-141 any place in the near vicinity, let me know so I can go visit it one more time. Or a C-5A, whichever. They did bring a C-5A a couple of years ago out on Maxwell. I got to see one. Hell, I didn't even know the thing had upstairs in it. When you're private, that's what you see. Nothing but the cargo bay. The life of a private. Whew! That's a hard life. But everybody's got to do it. No shortcuts. And in order to be a good leader, you must be a good follower. No wonder I had so many problems. And good morning, and good morning again. Hope this day finds you well. Hope it finds everybody doing well. When we come back, of course, we're going to have our audio presentation of this morning, which is about fathers, how important they really, really, really are. But good morning to you. But before we do that, we need to have a serious talk for a moment. It's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real. Recovery is also real. So if you are a family member or a friend of suffering from substance use disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA now. 334-262-1629, or go to COSA, NCADD.org. That's NCADD.org. Let's get help today. Call COSA, 334-262-1629, and get the help you need. Somebody once said that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Call now. COSA. Get some help now. 262-1629. If I'm serious about this spot, because I'm serious about it. Okay. There's help. Sometimes you just got to reach out and ask for it. We'll be back. Uno momento.
FA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples Stores. There's a whole lot of savings going on now at Staples. During Staples Sit-a-thon, save up to $150 on select office and desk chairs. And when you buy a chair, you save 25% on desks, storage solutions, and office accessories. In-store only offer ends 10/28. Now is the time to save at Staples.
The unseasonably warm temperatures and dry conditions will continue through the weekend. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, all in the mid-80s, a couple of upper 80s. Are very possible. Skies will be mostly sunny to partly cloudy during the afternoon hours. Overnight lows will be right around 60 degrees, give or take. Strong cold front comes through late Monday. That means much colder air for Halloween and early November. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Savory for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Friday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, and Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Keep listening. We will keep you posted. The Toyota Camry is the #1 selling car in America, and it's worth the drive to get the Toyota you've always wanted at McKinnon Toyota. You'll be grinning with McKinnon off I-65 in Clinton. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
When a major esport gets a massive update, there's bound to be some drama. Counter-Strike 2 is no exception, as the new release has already seen both massive praise and backlash from fans and professional players alike. The main criticism was the game's matchmaking system for placing players of any rank against one another. Since this led to unfair games, the feature has finally been removed. Have you been playing Counter-Strike 2?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-511-3535. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-511-3535, 800-511-3535, or biglou.com.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly, so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey y'all, this is Aaron Tippett. Being in the music business, traveling, working late, doesn't do great things for my routine. But I found that staying active and making time to work out helps keep my energy where it needs to be to perform my best. No matter what you do or where you are, make time to stay in shape. You'll feel better and have the energy you need to accomplish your goals. This message brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
All righty then. Good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. It's 6:36 in the morning. Fathers, how important they are. Well, I think this next piece is going to come think about if we could get more fathers, and more mothers who understood that dads are worth more than just a check. We could probably change some of the violence in our culture and some of the things that go wrong. Anyway, next up, it is fathers. We'll be back. But he also experienced shame from not being able to see his daughter daily, guilt because he was absent, and embarrassment because he was unable to spend time with his daughter on a consistent basis. Now, it is imperative to note that as we stand here today, that through prior relationships, men learn to love and hate. Some of us have limited experience with love. Therefore, relationships that emphasize self-love play an essential role in the work we do. Lifelong relationships are integral to our efforts with specific emphasis on an individual's ability to mirror new behavior and connections. Now, while many followers like Ben come to our agency through social service agencies and correctional facilities, many of them come to us through word of mouth. They come to our clinic and can work one-on-one with a licensed therapist and coach, a team of individuals that provide guidance, advocacy, and mentorship. We also offer group therapy. In groups of 5 to 25 followers or more, they share stories about their children and comfort one another as they work to achieve a common goal. They hear stories of triumph and struggle and pour into one another whenever there is a need. Together, we ensure that fathers are mentally and emotionally prepared to be in their children's lives. And when that father has achieved his goal, he is invited to come back and be an ambassador and pay it forward. And last but not least, we ensure that mental health providers, universities, and institutions have the tools they need to engage fathers wherever they are throughout the world through our online and in-person instruction. We work with fathers as long as they need us, or in other words, until they fire us. Now, there's no easy formula here. Every dad is different. Every kid is different.
Every story is different. But there are a few things we do every time. We are loving our fathers and the fatherless back to life. We hug our fathers. We celebrate them on birthdays and holidays with a call to let them know how much we appreciate them. And we assume that they have the power to achieve their goals. We are a consistent source of support for them as they work to process the mistakes they've made in the past. For the last few years, we served over 10,000 fathers and their families. We've seen fathers accomplish goals such as gaining shared custody of their children, loving themselves again, and gaining a newfound appreciation for everything they have experienced in their life. All of our fathers enter our doors feeling hopeless. But when they leave, over 90% of them say they have an improved sense of identity and self-worth. We've helped fathers released from jail and prison return home with their worth, their dignity, and their self-respect. And of course, our work just doesn't benefit fathers. It's for the kids too. A kid blaming himself for something he doesn't understand. A kid like I was, who struggled and who didn't understand that fathers are human too. My father's absence inspired me to create a safe haven for fathers nationwide. And truth be told, my father is currently leading a life separated from me as we speak today. Unfortunately, it is not a perfect ending, but it is an important one. It sheds light on the fact that fathers hurt too, and it is our responsibility to love them back to life whenever the need exists. As I stand on the stage, I can't stop thinking about my 7-year-old son, Clayton, and my 1-year-old daughter, Samaya Grace.
Samaya Grace?
The other day, I asked Clayton, what kind of father am I? He looked at me and said, you have a mustache, long hair, and this is before the haircut, may I add, and even a new computer. I said, okay, this is true, son. He goes on to say, I love it when you buy me games before hugging me and running back to his room. And Samaya Grace, every time I ask her for a kiss, she puckers up her lips and she runs to kiss me with an enormous smile. That makes my day every time. When moments like these occur, I understand that I have the privilege to be present, unlike many of the fathers that walk through our doors for the first time. Like them, I am far from perfect.
How old are you when you get down there?
Despite my mistakes, my greatest achievement is being Clayton and Samaya's father. Millions of fathers today, regardless of their location, can say the same thing. I must admit, if it had not been for the individuals in my life that reminded me of how valuable I was, I would not be here today. I'm more than thankful for them that they loved me back to life. Fathers that have been absent, regardless of their past mistakes, deserve a lifeline. And if we are deserving, so are the ones who have lost their way. Take a moment with me, 15 seconds, and I'll keep the time. Think about the people who loved you when you lost your way, who hugged you when you needed it, who assumed best intention, who validated you and embraced you even when you felt undeserving. Whoever came to mind, try. Just try and be that to someone else. Thank you.
Fathers, how important they are? Well, they are invaluable. Invaluable. There's not the words to say how important they are. Anyway, come on. It's time to rise and shine. Next up, it is Lessons of Life and the Word of the Day. And we are back. Word of the day is demagogue. You've heard that word often. Most of us never quite knew. It sounded bad. Demo. I mean, we didn't know what it meant. But now we do. So what is a demagogue? Well, it's a Democrat, which is where the Democrats got their name from, Democrat. But a demagogue is a leader who makes use of popular prejudices and false claims and promises in order to gain power. Yeah. Attribute that to the Democrat near you, Democrat leader near you. Demagogue. Demagogue. It is a leader who makes use of popular prejudices. That's why every time the president does something, he has to tell us that they're going to bed with the same person they are. They always let us know, except they got to be LGBTQ or gay or something like that. We don't really care. But that's what they do. They take advantage of the prejudices that people have and just beat us with it until, well, then you are manipulated. Anyway, demagogue is the word of the day. It is a leader who makes use of popular prejudices and false claims and promises in order to gain power. So you might want to think about that. Attribute that to a leader that you might want to attribute that to. The lesson of life. These are the things that we learn along the way. This journey. Life is a journey. And in that journey, you'll meet all types of people, you'll go through all types of things, but at the end of the day, there's only one thing you have to remember. Get up every time you fall and keep moving. Therefore, the strength in the strength. But that's not my lesson of life. The lesson of life is this one. Life is very short. So one would suggest that you forgive truly and often, that you love truly, you laugh loudly, and always remember to thank God for it all. And that is the lesson of life today and the word of the day. It is October 22nd. It is the 300th, believe it or not, 300th day of the year. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have 65 days left in the year 2023. On this day in 1787, the first of the Federalist Papers, a series of essays calling for ratification of the United States Constitution, was published. In 1858, the 56th President of the United States, Theodore Roosevelt, was born in New York City. In 1904, the first rapid transit subway of the IRT was inaugurated in New York City. 1914, author, poet, Dylan Thomas was born in Swansea, Wales. 1947, You Bet Your Life a comedy quiz show starring Groucho Marx, premiered on ABC Radio. It later became a television series on NBC. 1954 was the year U.S. Air Force Colonel Benjamin O. Davis was promoted to Brigadier General, the first black officer to achieve that rank in the United States Air Force. Walt Disney's first television program titled Disneyland, after the yet to be completed theme park, premiered on ABC. 1962, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, a U-2 reconnaissance aircraft was shot down while flying over Cuba, killing the pilot, U.S. Air Force Major Rudolph Anderson Jr. 1978, Egyptian President Anwar Sadat and Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin were named winners of the Nobel Peace Prize for their progress toward achieving Middle East peace. Needless to say, we go more from that one. 1995, a sniper killed one soldier and wounded 18 others at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Paratrooper William J. Kitchener was convicted of the shooting and condemned to death, and the sentence later was commuted to life in prison. 1998, Hurricane Mitch went through the Western Caribbean, pummeling coastal Honduras and Belize. The storm caused several thousand deaths in Central America in the days that followed. The year was 2002. Luis Inciano Lula da Silva, I think that's how you pronounce it, was elected president of Brazil in a runoff, becoming the country's first elected leftist leader. 2004, the Boston Red Sox won their first World Series in 1918, since 1918, beating the St. Louis Cardinals 4-3 in Game 4. And in 2013, Lou Reed, 71 years old, who radically challenged rock's founding promise of good times and public celebration, and the leader of the Velvet Underground, with a solo artist who was found of India rock, died in Southampton, New York. And 14 years ago, 8 American troops were killed in 2 separate bomb attacks in southern Afghanistan. Michael Jackson's last word, the documentary, Michael Jackson, this is it. And last but certainly not least, 5 years ago, a gunman shot and killed 11 Anglicans and wounded 6 others at Pittsburgh's Tree of Life Synagogue in the deadliest attack on Jews in U.S. history. Authorities said that the suspect, Robert Bowers, raged against Jews during his and after the rampage. Bowers, who was awaiting trial, had pleaded not guilty. And prosecutors are still seeking the death penalty. Hundreds of Mexican federal officers carrying plastic fields blocked Central American caravans from advancing toward the United States after several thousand migrants turned down the chance to apply for refugee status in Mexico and obtain Mexican offer of benefits. And that's one of the things that happened. What day are we celebrating today? Well, today is Black Cat Day. Hey, don't ask me why, I don't know. Bandana Day. Okay, bandana we celebrate because it is a way to protect the Cranky Co-workers Day. We all got some of those. I ran into one this morning, as a matter of fact. We all got some of those. Frankenstein's birthday. Okay, that's important for some reason. I'm not sure. Global Champagne Day. So if you like champagne, now I've never tasted champagne, don't know what it tastes like. One of these days I might have to try me some of that, but not yet. All right, I'll get to it. Okay, got a guest coming up next hour. I can't tell you who it is until we get here. It won't be Tuberville. Okay, we'll have to redo that interview because you only had literally 3 minutes yesterday. 3 minutes? Don't make me put a race card on you. Just saying. Anyway, we'll be back. Un momento. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 momento.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A day and a half after mass shootings at a bar and a bowling alley in southern Maine, officials have still not caught up with the suspect, a Leroy Army reservist. Correspondent Jerika Duncan begins our coverage from Lewiston.
Law enforcement searched late into the night for Robert Carr, with SWAT teams, K-9 units, and helicopters scouring his hometown, Golden, Maine. At one point, officers in armored vehicles appeared to surround one home in particular that's believed to be Carr's last known address. They were there for more than an hour without explanation. Ultimately, they left without a suspect.
Arthur Barnard's son was among the 18 people killed. He was supposed to leave and come and straight over the phone call. He was pretty dead. I'm Stacey Lynn. In a major reversal, Democratic Congressman George Gordon of Maine is now calling on Congress to ban assault weapons after the mass killing in Lewiston, his hometown.
I don't know that the ban deadly weapons of war will be assault rifle used to drug weapons. The plan is not come for me to take responsibility for this role.
He says he's now willing to work with his colleagues to pass stricter gun control legislation. The Democratic congressman from Minnesota says he's going to challenge President Biden for the party's nomination next year. Ian Phillips tells CBS's Robert Costa.
I think President Biden has done a spectacular job for our country, but it's not about the past. This is an election about the future.
He says he's worried Mr. Biden could lose to Donald Trump. U.S. forces carried out airstrikes in eastern Syria overnight. Correspondent David Martin is at the Pentagon.
Pentagon officials say a pair of F-16 jet fighters hit ammo and weapons storage sites used by Iran to arm the militias, which have carried out 19 attacks against U.S. troops based in Iraq and Syria over the past week.
This morning, the Treasury Department issued a second round of financial sanctions on Hamas. The Pope has just ordered the Vatican to reopen the case of an Irish priest accused of sexually, psychologically, and spiritually abusing women. Yesterday, the Reverend Marco Rucknick confirmed his native Slovenia and welcomed him back after he was expelled by the Jesuits. More newish music from Taylor Swift. Her fourth re-release dropped at midnight, and critics love it. Rolling Stone said 1989 Taylor's version has the best vault. This is CBS News.
You need to hire? Indeed is with you every step of the way. I'll give you a track, interview, and hire candidate all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
There's new evidence a lot of Americans are struggling to pay for health care.
No, that was Obamacare.
Americans have trouble affording health care. The author of the Commonwealth Fund study, Sarah Collins. Health care costs are deterring many Americans from getting the health care they need. Deleterious effects on their health. The survey also finds around 1/3 of Americans are overwhelmed by medical debt. They are avoiding getting more health care because of the debt that they're paying off over time. The survey shows having insurance is still always better than being uninsured. Wendy Collette,
Like you
CBS
can't afford it.
so long to one of McDonald's signature utensils. It's hollowed out plastic McFlurry spoon starting this month over outcry from customers and others concerned about the environment. Nikki P called for switch of sustainable blow-up. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
I should be down in about 3 or 4 minutes. Huh? Okay. All right, well, come on up. Okay. Well, I'm headed down. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll go downstairs, open the door from again, and hang loose. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I was with her last night. I know the bathroom mixing. You know, water's water. Some of the gulp. She must got the word. I'll bring you right now. Why that wild and I'm gonna get on Don's ass. But because he's the biggest liar in the world. I thought I was the biggest. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's right. You know, damn, we killed from my lies. I ain't never seen nobody, but he's like Don Marco. He's worse than me. Don was cynical for a job. This guy, everything. He just goes everywhere. I mean, even when you speak to somebody, it don't matter who it is. Every time, you know, I've never seen anybody that Don lies and no guy. Yeah. You know, there's your own maybe these Viagra. Yeah, yeah. Singing in person. Yeah. Like that. That's Kevin. Real thing? Yeah. God's one of the humongous trucks. You know, he is in the truck. You know, I picture it in a little bit of one. Like, well, he just ain't good. Let me buy this big ass truck. I put him in being a little guy. Yeah, the little guy sitting in the front, but you say big guy. What about your son? Yeah. Big enough also. And you got any other commissioner to come on? I know Sankey comes on. Sankey got, yeah. But the rest of them won't. Rhonda's quitting, so. Rhonda ain't running. Yeah, so she don't have to go. Anyway, I forgot she was down there anyway. So it doesn't make I don't know. And then how about Carmen? She ain't been on, did you? I talked to her at an event. Yeah, I talked to her at an event. Yeah, we'll come on. Go back in January, February. Yeah, we'll come on. This is your chairman. Once we get you, I'm ready. Yeah. There's elections coming up. Yeah. Dan Harris, is that him? No, I think he came out here once since he's been elected. Hasn't been elected twice, right? He's been elected. He's on his third term. Yeah. That's one of them jobs that if you don't make many waves, you just sit down and let it. Oh yeah. Nobody wants to stand the commission is so boring. But nobody really. What's the pay for that job? 30 Same. I think the city. I think the kind of. I think 15,000 or something. They get. Yeah. So it runs about 30. When I said 30 something, that's everything.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Okay, we're back. Good morning. 7:12 in the morning, and like I promised you, now he's not going to do me like Tommy Tuberville did me yesterday. Get on for 3 minutes and then say, "Oh, I'm out of time." Okay. All right then. Anyway, our guest this morning is the commissioner, is the county commission chairman, Mr. Doug Singleton is with us right now. So if you got any questions, want to ask him, whatever. He's here, and he always comes most of the time we ask him. He's one of the few public officials. How it goes down, he'll show up every once in a while. But you can only take so much for it. Well, I really want to come on today, Kevin, but now I'm looking for it. Yeah. The other day when you were talking about your shooting right. And he called you the biggest liar that he knows. I thought I was the biggest liar a few years, and so he kind of hurt my feelings, and I've been offended, but I'm hoping he'll call me this morning and apologize and quit giving you all the credit for all the lies. Yeah, well, good. Well, there's something I'll let you have the credit. I've never been really clear whether or not you still see the lie, but now I'm really curious because it's going to be such a big topic. I know. I don't know why. I don't know. I think it's called jealous. Yeah. How you think you jealous of you? Yeah. I'm sure he'll be calling me. Yeah, I think he's got two. Yeah, but that that's okay. And every man has been given his own burdens to bear. Yep. And that happens every year. Anyway, election coming up next year. It is in March, right?
Yep. We're the county is on the same election cycle as the president is. Again, the presidential election cycle is March the 5th. It's the primary, and November is every 4 years it comes around. It's into it. You play how you run? Yeah. Another qualified, and I think we try to run and you and Mr. Money coming.
Now, is that partisan? Is that
yeah. The county is, the city's not,
right.
But the county you try to declare the Republican.
So now, what do you do?
Republican.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Republican, and
I live
in a Republican district. And in the district that I live in, it is phenomenally Republican.
And the attributes of a Republican are what?
Well, Kevin, I'm big on the folks, and I know what my attributes are.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to declare. Sometimes I wish you didn't have to declare like Republican. And sometimes they even want to have Republicans. We're Americans.
Yeah.
We're all Americans.
That sounds good.
Yeah, we're all Americans, and I believe in having the best person in the office, regardless of political party or religion or color.
Well, let's get down to some things that actually matter, such as the ARPA money. Is my understanding that the city council, I would assume the county commission, you guys going to use the rest of the money for particular projects in the different districts?
No, not quite. I think there's a little bit of money that the city carved out at the end, and a little bit that the county has carved out as we want to use in that particular district. But initially, when we started the ARPA money and started distributing ARPA money, I know on the county side, I can't speak for the city, but on the county side, we would make the city do our stuff in Montgomery County, which is the entire county. We didn't say, okay, we're going to do what's best that we need to do, north or south. We decided that we would do what we felt like was best for the entire county. So that's why we did initially we did the mental health. But mental health is covers the entire county. To me, it's probably one of the biggest challenges that we have in the state of Alabama is mental health. There's so many mental health cases that you see some are very evident when you see a lot of people on the side of the road or homelessness. You see that, but you don't see mental health common people that you associate with every day. So we invested in mental health. We invested in new body armor vests for the sheriff and the police department. We invested in our youth with the soccer complex, which is under construction. They have already got some fields finished, and it's already starting to pay dividends. They've had numerous tournaments out there, just about at least once every month, if not more. They have a major soccer tournament that's coming in, bringing in dollars, revenue dollars to the hotels, the restaurants. So we have done that. There's some money that's been carved out for small businesses, or money that's been carved out for homelessness, money that's been put aside for blighted property, money that's been put aside for water and sewer improvement.
Because we've been hearing about the water and sewer.
Yeah, there's about 1,700 homes inside the city limits of Montgomery that does not have sanitary sewer and septic systems. About half the houses in the state of Alabama are septic systems. Just not 50%. But in the city of Montgomery, there's about 1,800 total, and they're spread across Montgomery. It's not all on the west side or the north side. We actually have houses in Bell Road, Drive, which is more prominent. Atlanta Highway, they had stuff. I got sick. I'm going to go to counterpart road, but so we're looking at trying to do some improvements there, and also we got to keep in mind that we just need to look at the city and remember that we are the county. The county also includes those counterpart roads. We have 2 municipalities and a counterpart road, but we also have the unincorporated areas like Flatwood, for example, and Raymore, and we get a lot of hotels.
Speaking of Flatwood, are those people any better off than the organizations where
as far as I know a number of ones that would still have to, I know you're not ready to do that. Looking for that and get no any grade of a money person. Because like the first money you get if you want to get it all the first money kick off the campaign. What's the money to give? I would give the 200.
The ARPA money, I still say it's on the crazy expenditures we get from $42,000 a month to an organization when we can read, and we got a college and university out there who could have assisted in that reading. So are we done paying them?
We're still under contract with them on a month-to-month basis, and that is
we ain't figured it out by
that's
now.
one of the biggest misnomers. When you deal with federal money, it is very, very complex, and these people need more.
It's that much money for them to read.
Yes. The documents that they have to do and put together, the resolutions they have to do, you get all the federal guidelines. Yes.
Why not make it a product, a process? Why not make it a university? Let's do it. Let's experience anyway, reading, and if they got law schools around here, why not get Faulkner or Jones or whatever?
If you, let's just say, for example, you get arrested today, you're going to rely on a law student to represent you.
As opposed to having no lawyer at all? Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah, to have no, but we didn't have, we had an option of doing that. Now, our other option, you go out for $2,000 a month. Another option that was presented to us was double.
What option was that?
That was from the Association of County Commissioners. A lot of these counties went through that. So we're actually.
So we we spent over $1 million.
We will before we finish.
Right.
And that's $1 million well spent, in my opinion, because if we would have done something, let's just say let's just say we did the mental health. Let's just throw out one. We spent $5 million on mental health in the field. If we came back and said, okay, whoa, you can't do that. Looks like you could. We thought we could. But if it came back, then the city and county would have owed that money back to the federal government. I mean, I don't think we don't just pay $5 million out of just reaching the.
As long as there are Democrats in the White House, they will never come back and ask for the money.
Well, I'm not going to take that chance. It's like, I'm not going to take that chance.
Let me ask something. If we knew there was something that absolutely needed doing, and you shouldn't do it, but you need to do it. Okay, so you're not willing to take one for the team.
No, I'm not going to do that.
So you're not going to. So if we needed to put up a homeless shelter, and we need to use some of that ARPA money to do that, even though it may not specifically say you wouldn't do it anyway.
I wouldn't do it unless there's something I would probably do anyway, but I'm not going to I'm not going to risk the taxpayers' dollars.
It ain't the taxpayers' dollars. That's the biggest lie ever told.
Well,
we don't have nothing to say about how it's spent. So don't say the taxpayers' dollars. It belongs to the government. You got to do that you do.
And we are put in positions to make those types of decisions. And now we had numerous community meetings and how to spend the money. But again, I'm 63 now. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life.
Yeah. Get some
I
motivation.
learned a long time ago. If I got to worry about it, think too hard about it, if I'm overly concerned about it, don't do it.
860-1440 is our number here. But I want that politician that really will say, I'm willing to go to jail to do the right thing.
Let me give you some qualifying papers.
Okay. See, that's a different leadership today. If Patton hadn't decided to do what he had to, we never would have won World War II. MacArthur, that kind of scary.
Where is Patton and not off of the debate?
Well, they old enough to be dead.
They're dead.
Good morning, who's this?
Good morning, who is this? Oh, my buddy. Man, why are you giving Elkins all the credit? I don't control the buttons. Your buddy over there controls the buttons. I know he's my parachute. Oh, well, you little helping hand, buddy. I didn't give him a last shot, I think. So. Yeah, she was the one that initially brought it to the city and the country. She's employed by the company that manages the operations of the railroad. No, that's not her company. No, she did. It was already formed. No, it's already formed. It's Scott Shipley and Jeffrey Justin. I'm not quite sure exactly what her title is, but she does a lot of operation stuff. She does a lot of the promotion stuff. I will say this, Don, she has done a wonderful job out there. If you just, you ask me a question. Is it my turn? Okay, I'm gonna make sure you get the question. Okay. The total amount that we have invested for the Montgomery White Water will come out around money, about $90 million. We have got everything paid except paying two that we are starting now, which is the Whitman, the Westlands, the trails, the biking trails, the hiking trails, connecting the river to the Whitewater Park. That's what the phase two is around 5 years. We're working on getting that. The city and county is working together. So I don't think we have to pay anybody. The county just see what. I don't have the numbers whether in data or putting out data. Well, that's a simple answer. As of today, it is putting out more money than it's taken in. But let me clarify that. Well, probably if it's on a normal projection, it's probably going to be at least 2 to 3 years. I've started a couple of businesses, and the quickest that I've done it. I've started a couple of. Yeah, no, I did, but it was done. Let's go back. Let's finish the first one.
Well, let him finish the first answer first, Bill.
You keep asking it. No, he's not going to cut you off today. Kevin, don't cut him off.
I won't cut him off. Okay.
Don't cut him off. If today I could say, hey, Don, I've got a business plan. You and I are going to get together, and we're going to start a business. And within 6 weeks, we're going to make money. No, right, let me finish my first one. Again, I've never had a company that made money in the first 2 years. And nobody really, if you had a plan,
Let the man finish the answer.
John says, "Why? Let me finish, and then I'll let you ask me the question." If I'm not blowing smoke, but if I can start a business today and in 6 weeks we make it money, why would I not do it? It takes 2 to 3 years. If you talk to Will Wilson or any Gary Kaiser, they don't just start a business today. No, I never said they were studying for me. I still ain't got through with my first answer.
Okay, and so are you. So appreciate your call. So are you. You're born me too.
You know, Kevin, that's the thing. If you could start a business today and in 6 weeks make money, why would everybody would do that, right? This is an investment in our city, in our county. Now, if Whitewater makes money inside those gates, that is fantastic. But if you look at what it's done outside the gates, look at the stability of Maxwell. It's done. Look at the relationship of Maxwell. People sometimes can't see that. If Maxwell Air Force Base ever deserted Montgomery, Alabama, there's 65,000 people in this area that are here associated with Maxwell Air Force Base, either civilians or enlisted people. You look at, we've been patting myself on the back about economic development. I mean, we've had the best economic development in the past 2 or 3 years that we've ever had in the history of Montgomery County. And we have over 100 companies, prospects, looking to come to Montgomery, Alabama to the point where we can start getting these people out, calling whatever you want to call it, but we're going to make sure that the companies come are high-paying jobs. We're not out begging for companies to come. There's so many things involved with Whitewater. If you just look at, inside the gates, is this a business I want to add inside? Just no. If you look at everything happening outside.
It's 7:31 in the morning. Our guest is Commissioner Doug Singleton, the chairman of the Montgomery County Commission. If you have any questions from 860-1440, or you can text me 241-9998. My phone is someplace. I didn't forget it today. Let me see anybody going on Whitewater, or what are the buildings across the street from the pawn shop? We'll talk about that when we come back after this message.
Next time I come here, I'll get you on and have a debate.
Oh, yeah, that.
And you need a moderator.
Yeah, that'll be.
He asks a question, you don't know what to do.
But sometimes you gotta get the answers in quick.
Yeah.
Let me ask something. If you give money to a business, let's say that a business comes, I don't know what the word is, but you don't charge them whatever for so many years. Yeah. Abatement. Let's say you give them $2 million abatement. Is that abatement considered part of the investment?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So it's not anything they given. We're giving it because in lieu of taking it.
Yeah, it's not like you're really giving them $2 million.
Right.
You're just not selecting that for a certain period of years, period of time. A lot of times we give 2 years back.
So in theory, they should take that money that they don't have to pay us directly and invest.
And they invest that money back into the capital where they want to do it. And now there's no tax abatement for education. So
they already get enough money already.
No, but under NANA, whoever it is, they still got to pay that. There's no.
Well, they got $8 billion state budget for education. We need money. They need, we could have a whole bunch of shows on that. Yeah, they need to do what they do. Mobile County Schools, when you talk about bringing talent, outstanding. I am all for it. They need something. And I thought the people know one of them. And private schools them from it because they had a guy the other day one night. I said, like, you had a monkey that ain't down there. You need it. You really did. Yeah. And kids are just like that. Yeah. That's what I told you. I got 13-year-old and said, I don't know what I'm doing now. Yeah, exactly. He said, you don't think you're too old for that? Oh, no. If you ain't too old to eat in the house and not buy his own groceries, you ain't too old. I said, you just ask me what to do. And I'm just kind of drawn to now. He ain't too old yet. He's learning. You put that wood to him with a long time. I was in high school, you got the wood put to me, and it hurt. Oh, yeah, I was thinking about it. Okay. And I was there. And what makes it so bad is that guy hits you, you got to sit there, keep a straight face. I put my butt in. Last time I got popped, they hit me so hard, I put my butt in the sink. I mean, my drawers, I just put my ass on fire. You got to sit there, act like it didn't hurt in front of the bullet. Yeah, I remember. I was in this place about it. I was and it's always, ours was the shop teacher, Mr. Wellborn. You never forget him, Mr. Wellborn. Yeah. No, you don't. It leads into depression. And no matter how pretty she is, it ain't worth getting it out of the way. No, the first little while I think you forget about it. Yeah. You know, you get to see the way you pop you off.
That's why Caleb Copeland hosts Tactics on the News Radio 1440 Facebook page. And Monday through Thursdays at 6 p.m. Online recordings to the Trust Show Saturday mornings at 9 on News Radio 1440.
Man, I had Tuberville on. Yeah, tell me what Tuber. Then evidently they called me. They told me 7:15. She called me at 7:05. I'm still on the break. We got about 30 minutes. What was that 30 minutes? 30 minutes? Yeah. It's not 30 minutes? I wouldn't talk it all. That didn't do it. And we are back. Before I get back to my guests, let's have a serious talk about something that's very important to all of us in the River Region area, around the world. It's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamans died in 2021 from the drug overdoses of fentanyl? It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real. Yeah, recovery is real. So if you are a family member or a friend are suffering from substance abuse disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA now. That number is 262-1629. That's 334-262-1629. Or go to COSA, NCADB.org, NCADB.org. Let's get some help today. Call COSA, 334-262-1629. And get the help you need now. Okay. I guess Chairman of the County Commission, Mr. Simmons, with us this morning. So if you got any questions, we're always talking action act. We know about emergency. We always got something. We finally got one of our leaders here. You know, she did probably the counties that we don't pay much attention to the counties we live in. I like it, by the way. Yeah. I mean, we know the skunks come out there, the deals hang out there, but We don't really care. You know, you got out. We still have outhouses in the country.
I don't know of any outhouses we have that in the county. Now we may have some outhouses out on some hunting lands.
I guess you got to go when you got to go.
You got to go. Yeah,
Yeah,
once you're out in the woods anyway.
You can use it as fertilizer.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Anyway, good morning. You're on the air. That's what I think when I think of the county. Outhouses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Good morning. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yes. Yeah, I got Doug Singleton, Commissioner Doug Singleton.
Good morning, ma'am. I do know you. Yes, ma'am. I know exactly. Yes, ma'am. Okay. He's here.
Oh, you know, man, I was at an event. I was at an event last night, as a matter of fact, Hope is Pride Ministry. So, you know, I'm so much in demand. You know, it's hard for me to get to all the places I get invited to. I mentioned, okay, I went to sleep. Sorry about that. Yes. I went to sleep. I laid across the bed, so let me take a nap. I hear it. That's no excuse. No, I stepped on. Forgive me. Yeah. Oh no. I admire. Yeah, I admire Commissioner Cynthia. Cynthia a lot. Yeah. Yes, he does. We appreciate it too. We don't want to do that to you, but sometimes I just can't get to all the places people invite me to. Yeah. I just some days there's too much. I know there's too much day sometimes for me to do a lot of things people ask me to do. So I'm not that important, but it's been a while. It's been a minute. Been a minute. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll work on it.
What was the event last night?
He had some meeting.
Miss Daisy, is this Miss Daisy? Miss Daisy. Miss Daisy, what was the event last night? The Saturday. Oh, what was it?
It was dinner for the people of District 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Where was the dinner on Saturday? What streets and all? Do you remember?
Oh, First Baptist? Yeah, the one in First Baptist.
He used to live on Forest Road.
Forest Road. Resurrection?
Yeah, yeah, Commissioner. Oh, okay. But you know, Miss David, Vice Chairman Sankey is my vice chairman, and yes, he is very passionate about the people he represents. He is very passionate. I'll say that he does a good job.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, don't do that too. Hey, I appreciate it. Somebody asked me about. Somebody just sent me a text about something about $25,000 to help people fix their homes. Is there anything for home improvement? Is only about 1,000?
Oh, okay. I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. There was a critical home repair program that's going on now. I think they're still taking applications. I want to say they had over 600 applications where you can apply to get some help in repairing critical, term that's very important, critical home repair. to qualify, you got to be a certain income level, like a certain.
Basically, you almost got to be living outside.
No, not really. But you can't just say, okay, well, I think I need a new rate. Hey, I've got a leaky faucet. It's critical. Okay,
Well, the roof being critical.
yeah, roof is critical if it's, but if it's, but then again, it's still based on, your income. So, like if you're making $100,000 a year, you're not going to qualify.
Oh, $25,000 not a lot of money.
No, but $25,000 is,
But divided 25 ways.
No, that's the maximum per person.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not. Oatmeal is better than no meal. You know that. 25,000 per home. That's a lot. Yeah. So, if you can. So the program is out for
that's a county or city?
That is both. Okay. Yeah, and it's long as the regional administering the program.
We don't hear much about it.
I would advertise.
Where? You ain't advertised here.
Big time radio didn't get in.
It's not
I think that's like John said, now the date said you were alive. Now you got everybody saying you're alive.
Well, I hadn't heard about it. I'm the man. Good morning, on air. Yes, Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed.
I can only take so many insults. I can only take so many insults.
He was talking about the devil. He's not the second, but he's not ahead of the devil.
I'm only going to put up with so many insults.
He was get that caller and he calls him every day.
Yeah, I know he calls me. I know when I do.
You need to get in the public office if you want to be president.
Yeah, well, now if it's worse than here, then I don't think I'm ever.
But you bring all this on.
I just tell the truth that I see.
No, that's true.
Well, I mean, the truth as I see it. So, what else is going into the oh, when are you going to get rid of the fishing license? Why should I have to pay the fish?
That's not it. We don't do fishing license.
It says county. You get it at the county. Will the state make us pay to fish in our little places?
I don't know if you have to have a license to fish in your own pond, but I think you have a license to fish in other people's pond.
You shouldn't fish in other people's pond. They invite you.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's like married property. Yeah, I think married property. Yes, you do. You still, but basically, well, you see married license every day. There's people down there every day. License, you don't have to license not to run anymore.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you.
Do you fish?
Yeah, make it.
You fish in the fish market.
Yeah. Well, I ain't sitting there all day long hoping something.
Yeah, to take your license.
No. I think it's pretty set up all day long just to hope something bites. When you go to one business, on base, get some. I ain't got to go there. Anyway, so what else is coming up on any impending projects by the county haven't told us about?
No, there's again economic development.
Wait a minute. What the hell is that? I've been listening to that word for 30 years since I have been here.
That means
rarely seen any of it, but I hear the word all the time.
You ever heard of Hyundai? You know how many jobs are out of Hyundai?
Okay.
You ever heard of Novus?
Yeah, I heard of it.
You ever heard of Man Under Stuntman near Amazon?
Oh, they're still coming?
Yes.
Okay. Well, by the time they get here, we'll be retired.
Kind of like sound like old Don now.
When they coming? I mean, when they
When
gonna
they
be here?
coming, yeah. You know, you just don't say, hey, I want to relocate in Montgomery and take your shovel out the next day and start digging this. It takes a little bit of time to get through the thing, and there's a lot of red tape to go
So
through.
as far as you, we are still planning on
Every one of them, 100%. And you're going to see Europe being moved by the first of the year for most of it. And we've got, again, I said earlier, we have 100 prospects. I mean, these are prospects that are actually being moved.
What are we going to do to make people? What are we going to do to get people to move people?
Well, go back to Whitewater. They got a quality of life. Have you been to Whitewater yet? You rode by. You realize every Thursday night there's a free concert at Whitewater.
You haven't got that up here today.
For 10 straight Thursdays, we have about 3 or 4 more Thursdays to go.
So why didn't I get hit my dad? Why haven't you guys made an appointment?
You got to climb out from that rock you live on. My Miss Davis still.
You need to send it to me. You need to send me a
Miss Davis. Well, did you realize that last weekend we had 2,500 people out of Whitewater this past weekend?
How could I do that?
You realize on Labor Day weekend we had 5,200 come out?
Do you realize? You don't let me know.
Do you realize that Whitewater that we've got 3 Olympic teams that can be training?
I heard about that.
You realize that we have applied and we've got applications in to host the U.S. Olympic trials?
Yeah. And again, how we can know this? Your public service people, information people don't let it.
Oh, you realize that we got a hotel that's in the process of. Have you heard about Murder Street?
Wait a minute, you listen to the phone. How can I hear about it if you don't tell me?
You got it.
No, it's your job. Your people's job. I'm telling you right. But they ought to keep you abreast of these things. Shoot me an email. Do a press conference.
I'm trying to get re-elected. How come I think you? That's it.
Good morning, this is. Okay, I don't know you no more. Good morning, this is. Good morning. Good morning. Right. Actually, he does. No, actually, he does. He sends his kids to the, I think, under the magnet school. Right? I think they do.
Yeah, they're both in magnet school.
Yeah. Right. But it's in a public school. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's true. You can't argue that 1 iota. You're exactly right.
You're part of the process.
But he has to go true.
So what you doing about it?
What are we doing about it?
You doing about it? You're the chairman.
Well, let me tell you what. Let me tell you what Sheriff Cunningham and the county has. If you look at the crime reports in the output, the figure and some of the numbers, and that's all I can talk about. I represent people in the city and the county, and separate areas. But if you look at the crime reports that we patrol, and I say we and Derek Cunningham and the Sheriff's Department, it looks a lot like Mayberry. Very little crime. Oh yeah, they do.
28 people.
Huh?
28 people.
28 people.
What's out there?
Do you realize how many people live in the Santa Park Road?
No.
Over 10,000. 11,000. Do you know how many people live out in the
y'all patrol?
Yeah. Do you know how many people live in the unincorporated area?
No.
About 11, 12, 14, 15,000 people.
So you can't convince them to move back into town?
They don't want to move into town. Look, a lot of people like living in the rural area. Yeah, they like single spots in those.
It's your job to convince them they need to move back into
I'm the county. They're in the county.
Oh, okay, I'm just trying to help it out here. Good morning, who's this?
We need to get city council people on here, not the county.
Good morning. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. No, yeah, let me explain that. It's called the Montgomery County Board of Education. But Montgomery County Commission, we have all the responsibility and none of the authority. Now, we work close with the school board. We try to support the school board. We did a 1 cent sales tax back in 2004. But it is not the Montgomery County Commission Board of Education. It is Montgomery County School System. So a lot of people think, well, it's a city. No, it's not the city. It's not a school, a city school system. There are city school systems.
But they have no authority over it.
Yeah, I mean, the name is Montgomery County, but it's not Montgomery County.
It comes over the state of Alabama.
And they have their own board. Right. I mean, it's governed by their own board.
So basically, they do what they want to do, and y'all just write them a check.
And I will say, though, I'm excited. I'm excited and supportive of Dr. Brown. I think he's doing some good things. I think our board is doing some good things. And, you know, it didn't take 6 weeks or 6 months for the school system to get into conditions it was in when Dr. Brown came. And he's not going to fix it in 6 weeks or 6 months. But I think the MPS is making strides to get better, and I think they are moving forward. I know the school system in the town of Pike Road is been very successful, and it continues to be very successful in doing a lot of right things. I do have some, I do see a little light at the end of the tunnel. It's just going to take a long, long time to get there.
I would like to see I appreciate you coming back. I would like to see the metrics that you use with my son. So I don't know what he or the board is looking at when they say things are getting better. I just don't know what it is, because he is exasperated every day.
Yeah, and
about
Kevin,
the things that go on.
Yeah, we've talked about this, before, and
it's got nothing to do with it.
No, but if you look at Valiant Cross.
Yeah.
And the students going to Valiant Cross are coming from
they got discipline.
Well, they come from the same neighborhood.
Right.
And it breaks my heart that these kids come to conditions that they have to live in before they come to school.
Yeah, but that's all of them.
It's the same
kid. Right. All of them have
those
conditions.
You look at those kids over there.
And it's about having discipline.
I'm not going to argue that.
Okay. And we make more excuses for the things our children do in public school than I've ever seen in my life. And then those kids, a lot of them are headed to jail. They just don't know it yet.
And the parents, that's the thing, that the parents try to be friends instead of being parents, and they don't really want to get involved until the kid gets in trouble.
But here's the thing about it, though. Magnet schools are public schools. And therefore, they have a standard there that you must live up to. Yeah. Why can't we put the same metrics in for regular school?
I agree.
I just don't get it.
Kids don't live up to that standard, wherever you put it.
That's wherever you put it.
How you put it, they don't reach that.
Well, thanks for coming by and visiting us.
Yeah. I was upset to cut my buddy down off.
Yeah, well, they'll get it. They'll take it over. And one call per show that they got to get, then you go.
You cut the head off.
Anyway, we'll see you. Doug Singleton. I think he wants to be reelected tomorrow. We'll see how that works out for him. Yeah.
Radio 1440.
You have no problem getting elected. You want to piss somebody off.
just want to spend more time. What I'll do. There you go. I'm not gonna run for office. I feel good. If I hit 70, I'm done. Yeah. I said, when you hit 70 years old, you need to take care of something. Well, I'm in some occasions like that, but John is not. He has a retired public. You're right, church. He's going to home, well, sometimes, Richard Shelby, talking about him, he was pretty strong at 80. Yeah. Well, it depends on what my mental state is tonight. If I ran for office, it would just be to make, it would just a few people come out and do it. For somebody. It's,
Yeah, there was Wednesday's mass shooting that took 18 lives and a fire in Cleveland in Pennsylvania. Protesters from New York took Canada. Correspondent Elkins is in Houston. Local 60 strong, right of one Hurricanes. What's your always took care of it, always made sure CBS News has gotten the suspect with a semi-automatic assault rifle with an extended magazine and a scope. Correspondent Japanese. The American crew and how will win called it to firearm and to be used to shoot. It's showing the further associate technical PATF says to strengthen mental health evaluation. Something to be diagnosed with a mental health disability is not disqualified. Police in Baltimore with the public's help in locating a death-pending Jeep crime character. After 11 city employees was killed and 2 others wounded in a drive-by shooting at the death penalty. Home violence. Ahead of an expected ground behavior. Hospitals in Gaza say they began cutting back on services today to caregivers now running out of fuel. Correspondent Deborah Patrick reports from Jerusalem.
The United Nations has long warning of possible war crimes being committed in Gaza, saying it is deeply concerned about the collective punishment of people living there in response to the atrocious attack by Hamas, which it says is also a war crime.
The Pentagon says U.S. forces attacked targets in eastern Syria overnight. One of Mexico's most famous resort cities is torn apart after a Category 5 Hurricane Otis made landfall this week, killing at least 27 people. CBS's Enrique Acevedo is in Acapulco.
Mexico's President Andrés Manuel López Obrador said Hurricane Otis toppled every power line pole in the area Wednesday, leaving 500,000 homes without electricity, and also brought down Acapulco's municipal water system.
80% of the city's hotels are damaged. Inflation heated up in September, but the Commerce Department's new report shows consumer spending was even stronger than expected. Some analysts say it's not enough to prompt the Fed to raise interest rates next week. This is CBS News.
If you need to hire, you need Indeed, because Indeed all-in-one hiring solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
2 times the healthy blood pressure support? That's a number to rave about. Thanks to Super Beats Heart Chews' unique 2X ingredient that helps promote normal blood pressure nearly 2 times more effectively than diet and exercise alone. Super Beats is America's #1 selling beef brand, and the only #1 cardiologist, doctor, and pharmacist recommended beef brand for heart support. A clinical study showed that the key ingredient in Super Beats Heart Chews is nearly 2 times more effective at supporting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle alone. And they're part of a brand with over 60,000 5-star ratings and reviews. So double your potential with a special offer exclusively for radio listeners. Get a free 30-day supply of Super Beats Heart Chews and 15% off your first order at getsuperbeats.com.
You'll never find.
That's a free 30-day supply.
I got no water. Come on.
Radio listeners only at getsuperbeats.com. Code radio.
Washington, D.C. is about to be panda-less. The giant pandas will be moving out of the Smithsonian's National Zoo in the next 3 weeks, as the zoo's agreement with the China Wildlife Conservation Association is coming to an end. Tiantian and Meichang were loaned from their homeland in 2000. Their first little cub, Chao Qijing, was born during the pandemic. If you're curious how 3 200-pound-plus pandas travel, they jet out for the 19-hour trip on the world's largest twin-engine FedEx cargo plane, nicknamed the Giant Panda Express. Stacey Lynn, CBS News, Washington. When it comes to chimpanzees, scientists in western Uganda have discovered females really do go through menopause. Here's the significance. They say it proves that chimps split well beyond childbearing years than women do, making them as important as older males in perpetuating the species. The study points to the grandma theory. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
And good morning. Good morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. And listen, I gotta have a serious conversation with you. You can't hear this too much, okay? You really can't, okay? So let's have a serious talk for about a minute. It's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. That's right. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021, okay, of drug overdoses? It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real. Recovery is real. So if you are a family member or friend suffering from substance use disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA now. 262-1629, that's 334-262-1629, or go to COSA or ncadb.org. That's ncadb.org. Let's get help today. Call COSA 334-262-1629. 262-1629 and get the help you need. It is a serious issue that affects all the people that you know and around you. More importantly, it affects you. And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Well, I appreciate hey, I'm sorry I didn't get to these questions on this thing over here because I wasn't looking at it. Okay? I wasn't looking at it now. All right, then. Hey, remember, I got to get to my Friday feature here, things you don't know. You didn't know. I'll get to that in a minute. Good morning. Who's this? Wait. Let me prepare myself for you. Now, go. Why do you keep telling me the same thing every morning? It's like eating chicken every day. It gets boring after a while. I know, and you don't either. No, but you don't. You've been there and been back. You don't know. You don't know people's heart, but you don't know who's been in. But you don't know. You don't know if you don't know all the people who have not repented. You don't know that's between them and God and not you. Because he openly accepted Christ. You don't know about other people. Okay, I know, but you give me the same point all the time. You give me the same point every morning. It gets again. Okay, listen, you got 1 minute and then I'm gonna. It ain't what you say, it's how you live. Okay? Anybody can talk. Anybody can give it up. It's how you live. Right? 860-1414 number. You want to give Charlie a talk to you? Good morning on there. You got to turn that down. I hear you, but I can't have you got that thing running in the background. So, okay. All right. You got many people fighting for him all the time. That's the reason why I let him keep calling back. All right. I appreciate it. 860-1414 is the number here. I like it. I'm trying to be a kind. So I do. I try to be. You know, kindness is one of the best attributes that a human being can. But I believe there was even a time of Jesus that I said with the folks who were selling things with him. I'm just saying, sometimes, there's a righteous indignation, and sometimes I get it. But anyway, go back to that. All right? Go back to that. But anyway, so what are the things we are celebrating today besides being thankful that we are still alive? Okay, well, one of the things that we are celebrating today is, okay, one of the things we are celebrating today is National Breadstick Day. National Breadstick Day. Breadsticks are slender sticks of baked crispy dry goodness invented in Italy. Not that I know. National Henry C. Ramos Day. Okay, don't know who he is, but you might ought to celebrate him. National Mentoring Day to all the people who take time out of their lives to help those who are not in such a great place, okay, or who they want to put in a better place. So it's National Mentoring Day. Like people like Hope and Stride Ministries, the MAP, with Ken Austin, and all those organizations, and the START organization. Those people who mentor young folks. Yeah, it's day that we celebrate them. Okay. Now, National Pharmacy Day. But because we didn't have any, we'd have to go to some corner and get our medication. Nevada Day and Navy Day. It is National Navy Day. We celebrate the members of the Naval Welfare Branch of the U.S. military. Okay? St. Vincent and the Grenadines Independence Day. Don't know who they are, but right up. World Day for Audiovisual Heritage. Let's come together to achieve audiovisual resources for our future generations' benefit. That's what they say. And World Lemur Day. I don't know what that means. Lemur. Join us as we celebrate lemurs and their place in the global ecosystem this World Lemur Day. Maybe somebody can tell me what lemur is. It's not like it's a French word. Okay. Now, here's something that came out this morning that most people, most folks in America right now, can't afford health care. Yeah. We were told years ago when Obamacare came in that everybody was going to be able to afford health care. You see, the Democrats live on theory rather than reality. They live on theory. But everybody knew that any brain knew that unless you live it outside, if you're making any money, a little bit of money, they take the prices up on you exponentially. Okay? They just take it up on you. I don't know why, but they do. I'm still trying to figure out why these prices go up. Because somebody in the chain becomes green. There's no reason in the world why we ought not be able to buy a gallon of milk for $2.50. There's no reason in the world. But somebody in the process said we want to make more money. And if you want to make more money, there's only one way to get more money from people is raise the price of goods and services up. Okay? So even with Obamacare, the prices have gone up. If you get the government involved in just about anything, the price goes up. Okay? So now we got people who, because every year you get this thing from the IRS or somebody wondering if you have medical insurance. And if you don't have insurance, they fine you. So what happens when you can't afford the insurance anymore? So it is better to pay the fine. But that doesn't help you get insurance. At least you'll pay, but the fine is cheaper than the insurance. But what happens when you get something you need to? So I guess, again, another Democratic program that, again, goes off the rail after a couple of years, like most of them do. Okay. So Obama, hey, it was the signature program of the administration. Now that most people now in America can't afford it. But it was supposed to reconcile the differences between health care for the rich and health care for the poor. Well, now Obamacare is almost coming for the rich and not the poor. Every theory they come up with, for the most part, does not work. Okay? It works for a couple of minutes, but once the nuisance wears off, the reality hits you. Anybody out there that can't afford Obamacare right now? I bet you're in. I bet you're in town that they just can't afford it. Okay? And if I were in the military, I couldn't afford it either. So where's all this good medical care that poor folks were supposed to be getting because of Obamacare? Right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's kind of like me being 6'3". Nice to think about. It's not going to happen. So I'm just saying. But if you're absolutely poor, have absolutely nothing, you can find a way to get it. But if you have a decent job, not rich, not enough to go and buy a new car every year, but you make a little bit of money, everything, you pay for everybody who can't afford everything. I'm just saying. So Obamacare is dead and it's going to be dead. Keep it going. We're going to come up with another program real soon. I don't know why we just don't let people pay into Medicaid or Medicare. I don't know why we can't just let people, why if we don't have a national insurance, So why not let people buy some of that? Anyway. Good morning, who's this? Yeah. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, they sure were. That's true. Right, right. That was the deal. But the people, let's answer this. Ever since it came out, wait a minute, ever since it came out, people who had nothing, it was a good deal. But if you worked a little, you had a semblance of a decent income, it cost you more money. The affordable health care? Yeah, yeah. Mhm. I'm just telling what the news came out today said more people right now. I don't read the guard right. Yeah. Listen, well, he looked 16 to 15 to me. Yeah, I can't tell. Yeah, that's right. All right, you too. 860-1440 is 8:22 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Sure. Right. Right. I know I don't. 66, I think. Yeah. What's that? Oh, well, I don't have a fishing license. Oh, I thought it was. My bad. Wait a minute, not. Okay, let me ask something. Is this the first time I've ever been wrong? Yeah. Okay. I gotta take a break. It is 8:24 in the morning. We shall return to the momentum. And we're back. Well, we did learn something this morning that the city and county have money to help people fix certain, I guess, what do you say, critical needs of repair in their homes. So you might want to come to the other county, depending on where you live, and ask them, is there any money still available for that? Maybe somebody can send me a text and give me a number of somebody that people can call, because I really didn't know that. Okay. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. And also, let me thank some people last night for coming out. And normally I get so beat, I don't normally attend these things. But last night we had Open Stripe Ministry had an event at the Activity Center downtown. And it was wonderful to see. Will Daly was there, Willie John, all a plethora of people. Matter of fact, the two judges, Judge both of them, the husband and wife. I don't know their names right off front, because I don't go in front of them very much. But they were there, the two judges. I just call them two judges. I knew their name last night. Anyway, they were there. I don't see them very much, but they were there. The husband and wife judges in the city. They were there. A lot of people were there. A lot of people were there. Judge Gaines and Isaiah Sankey was there, and a lot of people. It's not fair to mention some and don't mention all, but I don't know everybody in there because I don't get out very much, you know. But these were people, Open Stripe Ministries. If you know someone that's having a tough time getting employed or lost their way some kind of way and need a little mentorship, need a little help trying to find the door, the one that opens, not the one that closes. You need to Open Stripe. We're in the book on Coliseum Boulevard. I think it's 145 Coliseum Boulevard. But looking on the internet called Open Stripe Ministry, and those people up there are just some amazing people. They can turn your life around. They can help you turn your life around. And if you need to be a mentor, if you've got some advice that you think ought to be spread to people, your Open Stripe Ministries are called. No matter how unimportant you may think it is, there's somebody who needs to hear your story. We all write a book of our lives. Some books are written to be read. And I'm telling you that if you have written a book, it's probably worth reading to somebody else. Because when you're down and out, and things don't seem to be going okay, you think you're in it all by yourself. There are a lot of people who are one job away from quitting, who are one job away from catastrophe, one sickness away from catastrophe. And sometimes the strength does not come from falling. The strength comes from getting up every time you do. And I am absolutely glad to be associated with Open Stripe Ministry. They gave me some grace and allowed me to join the organization. The management team called the board. Now, everybody on that board is smarter than I am about certain things. But I learned. Nelson Mandela said, I never lose. I either learn or I win, which is still a win. So if you know somebody, give those guys a call. Open Stripe Ministries. They're looking for you. Okay, they really are. They're looking for you. And I'll get to that number here in a minute because I normally carry it in my phone, but I don't know where it is right now. But I got it because I'm just part of the board. I don't do anything to do with the day-to-day operations. I leave that to John Bowman and the staff over there on Coliseum Boulevard. And so if you know somebody, anybody, okay, that needs a hand, that just can't seem to get it together, and sometimes all they need is a helping hand. Okay, and that's what Hope Inspired Ministries is there for. That's what they do. They give you the hand you need to get it. Hope Inspired Ministry. Remember 649-4330. 649-4330. That's area code 334-649-4330. And the one thing that's always going to happen if you don't ask for help, nothing. Just saying. They haven't seen the case yet. if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to do what must be done. I watched this show called 600-Pound Life, My 600-Pound Life. There's just so many lessons in that. We can make excuses or we can do something about it. Okay, we can do something about the situation that we have to be in, or we can make an excuse and stay there. The one thing about it, problems don't fix themselves. You got to fix it. But first of all, you have to want to fix it. Now, these people, John Bowman and his team over there at Hope Inspired Ministry, is an absolute blessing to this city. I'm just telling you, remember again, if it's not you, if you know somebody that needs a hand, they got so far down sometimes they don't think they can get up, but you can. You just got to want to. Anyway, so that number again is 324-649-4330. From the phone call to action, you'll love working with John Bowman and his staff. They are great people. And I don't use the word great too often, especially you don't have to say it something. But those guys are great over there. That number, once again, 649-4330. Let me show them what I can find. Hey, good morning. Who's this? Fine. Mhm. Yes. It was, I think it was a fundraising thing. We did mention it a couple of times, but but you can always go back and write them a check. Anyway. It was. Yeah. I meant, and I was actually, yeah. I guess, when you get here and open the microphone, no matter what's on your mind, somebody will take it away from you. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess so. Hey, appreciate your call. 860-1414 number here on this call. Good morning, 8:38 in the morning. So is yo. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know why that. I don't call it this shit. Okay. Yeah, let me give a happy birthday to one of my great friends, Dr. Michelle Moore. Her birthday is today. I don't know how old she is. She looks like 28. Okay. I don't know how old she is. She looks like she's about 28. So happy birthday to her. And anybody else got a birthday today? Darrell's birthday was last Friday. So he's 17 now. Everybody's getting older now. Not even get a job. Let me see. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Hmm. Well, you were the one of the lucky ones. Okay. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. we've always had. I mean, we've had Medicaid, Medicare, and we've always had health. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. But again, why couldn't they just allow people to buy into Medicaid? Mhm. Mm. 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 Right. Okay. All right. Hey, appreciate it. Also, the it's called the Critical Home Repairs, which is CARPBC. I don't know how they pronounce it, but it's CAR. The acronym is CARPBC, Critical Home Repairs, and it's on 430 South Court Street. But you can give me a number. Here's the number: 263-4300. I want to thank Commissioner Sankey for getting that information to me. It says all they got to do is give me information. I put it up. Income criteria has to be met along with other qualifications. They were funded by, I think, funded by about $3 million from the American Rescue Plan Act loan. So you can, but the number is 263-4300. Again, you have to meet certain, you have to meet certain income requirements. I mean, if you're making, oh, thank you, Ms. Johnson, for giving me that also. So, critical repairs, so, I mean, so I don't know what critical means or what it, I don't know, you have to call. I would assume that if it's raining outside and it's raining in your house at the same time, that's probably a critical repair. Or your plumbing won't work, or things of that nature. I don't know. I'm just saying you're not gonna give them a call. Let me give you that number one more time. 262-4300. Okay. So thank you, Ms. Johnson and Commissioner Sankey for giving me that. I don't know why I hadn't heard about this, but that's okay. That's okay. Sooner or later they're gonna realize that I'm the man, and they need to, if it needs anything worth putting out, they need to call me. Let's take a break. It is 8:43 in the morning. Let me get that number one more time because this is important. This is important. So if you have a critical need for your house, critical need for your house, you need to call this number right here. And that number again is, okay, Central, 263, so make sure you're right, 263-4300. We'll be back with the last segment of the show today. I want to thank Commissioner, what's his name? What was up here? Singleton. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. That's what happens when you start getting old. Let's take a break and we'll be back. It is still a great day to be alive. And don't forget, thank the good Lord that you're on top of the ground. And the ground's kind of on top of you this month. We'll be back.
Now, the things you don't know. Let's see. There we go. There we go.
Hi, I'm Lexi. My mom was strong. Anyone is for her mother. Growing up, when my got hard, her strength had come to. Even after her heart failure diagnosis, she remained stronger than ever. My family's support keeps me strong. Together, we're rising above heart failure.
Heart failure doesn't have to steal your strength. For simple steps you can take to help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.com.
Really. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio.
Okay, it's 8:49 in the morning, and it is time for our Friday segment of Things You Don't Know. At least most of us don't. Did you know that human beings cannot walk in a straight line without looking at something? It seems that the brain needs something to, to a reference point in order to go in a straight line. As a matter of fact, if you walk without a reference point, as you were blindfolded, there's a 90% chance you would go in circles. Okay. Did you know that ketchup was used as medicine at one time? That's right. That's right. In the 1800s, ketchup was believed to have healing properties and was used to treat ailments such as indigestion and a bad tummy. I don't know how it works out, but it's good on a hamburger, but that's about it as far as I'm concerned. Did you know that sloth, that's sloth, can hold their breath longer than a dolphin? When it comes to holding your breath, sloth take the lead. These slow-moving creatures can hold their breath as much longer as dolphins can, and who would have thought it? Did you know that Australia, that's right, the continent, is wider than the moon? That's right. I'm trying to tell you something. And I know this may not be funny to you, but rats will laugh out loud if you tickle them. I don't know who's going to go through all that tickling thing with a rat, but evidently the scientists in the laboratory that day really must have been a slow day. Boeing, the airline people, the airplane people use potatoes to test their in-flight Wi-Fi. Why is that? Well, they ever wonder how Boeing tests their Wi-Fi, their flight Wi-Fi? Well, they use potatoes. Potatoes reflect and absorb Wi-Fi signals similarly to human bodies. The project is even called SPUDS, which stands for Synthetic Personnel Using Dialectic Substitution. Don't ask me what that's all about, but so thanks to um, potatoes, they kind of okay, they help us. Did you know that wombats, when they poo, it comes in cubes? Don't ask me why. I don't know. That's just what the word says here. Wombats. I mean, most of us don't poo poo. Our poo is not like in cubes. Wombats, though, they do theirs in cubes. I don't know. They got a square butthole or something. I don't know. And did you know? Now I want you to think about this. Do you know the one thing on your face that's always there, and you can always see it, but you don't? You know the one thing? Your nose. Did you know your brain hides your nose? That's right. Your nose is actually, if you look down, you can always see it, but you do not see it in every moment, every second, because the brain, well, they got this thing called unconscious selective attention. Okay, so you can't see it very well because your brain ignores it, even though through a process called unconscious selective attention. That's why you never really pay your nose much attention. It's there all the time. It ain't going no place. It's there, but you don't pay much attention because you do what's called unconscious selective attention, which is right there in your face, like your lips. You can see your lips if you want to. Like even though your nose is right in front of you, your brain focuses on other things besides your nose. One is called, good morning, who's this? No, I didn't know. This is my regular Friday feature. Things you things you don't know. And you didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yeah, exactly. There's that. Okay. I don't think I owe an apology. Yeah, listen, he talked about me. I ain't the devil. Yeah, yeah, see there. Uh-huh. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. He was talking about me. He was talking about me. Come on, man. Listen, we can talk about this next week. I gotta finish my thing. But it is. But it's not what you say, It's not what you say, it's what you do. It's how you live your life, not how you talk about it. It's how you live it. Oh, that last guy wasn't. Y'all don't know who that is. Yeah, they did. Appreciate it. Okay, yeah, I don't know who that. I know that's not him. All right, moving right ahead. There is gold in your body. And most of you guys don't know that, okay? But the human body contains about 0.2 milligrams of gold, which is mostly in our blood. So in a way, we're all carrying around a tiny bit of treasure within us, besides your heart. Okay, then. I know you didn't know that. And peanut butter can be turned into diamonds. Okay, let me explain. Through scientific process called high pressure, high temperature synthesis, peanut butter can be transformed into tiny artificial diamonds. Okay, okay, not real diamonds, but I don't know how that works, but that's what the guy said. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? Okay then. Yeah. No, they're owned in Atlanta by Cumulus. Yeah, not a problem. I like to mention that I can mess with it. Moving right along, did you know there are more than 7 types of twins? We all know about the fraternal types of twins. There are 5 more that include half identical, mirror image, and mixed chromosomes, and superfectation and superfectancy. I don't know what that means, but okay. Did you know that Minnie the mouse first name is not Minnie? The mouse, yeah, her name is Minerva. I know it doesn't really make sense to us. Yeah. But here's one that's going to get everybody. Did you know Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, okay, is actually a female and not a male? That's right. It can be observed through their antlers. Female deer shed their antlers in the spring and grow them back to full size by winter. The male reindeer stops its growth during the winter. Okay? So for now, when you see Rudolph, maybe he's a transgender or something. I don't know. But it's really a female. Good morning. How did they call him yet? Did they catch him? Last I see. Well, I don't know. I don't think they found him yet. Yeah. Well, now he don't seem to be too bad mentally. Yeah, he hiding out. Again, he hiding out pretty good. So I don't know if he. Okay, anyway. A jiffy is a proper unit of time. Most people say, I'll be there in a jiffy. It is actually, it is 1/100th of a second. Okay? And the biggest boring day in America was April the 11th, 1954. It was recorded statistically as the least thing that ever happened in America in its inception. And buttermilk. Buttermilk does not contain any butter. Okay, and the 2 most famous names for men and girls, boys and girls that are born, Mary and Jane. That's the thing that you probably didn't know. See. Wait, happening in the apartment complex and total for a little bit of the you identify 2 extra. No decision made to put out there with 3 suspects on Wilson Hill Jr. and a minor, all here to put requesting equal offender status. We made a decision. Hello. That shooting happened back in April 30. Police say a woman who faced a kidnapping in the Birmingham area earlier this year now has a trial date. Probably once the trial date is set on March 18th. Facing charges of falsely reporting the disappearance from Tokyo and abduction after tomorrow. He is looking to spend a year in jail and $17,000 in restitution. That's news on Friday. I'm Jeff Davis, continuing with updates on news.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of